Hello, everybody. Welcome to Book and Sip. I am Erica,
I'm Andrea.
and this is a show where we read some books and take some sips. Some of it good, some of it bad. Today, mine is good. It's just coffee. I'm still waking up.
I just realized I left my coffee in the front. Can I take a pause while you introduce the book?
Pause, go, go. So, the book we are reading is What a Match by Mimi Grace. I have been very excited about this book. So, let's get into it while Draco gets her coffee. Okay, so chapter one. In chapter one, we meet Gwen Gilmore, who is currently on her second date at a hockey game with a tech guy named Cameron. Gwen fantasizes about their first kiss, which leads to a third date. She also tries to recall hockey facts she memorizes online because she doesn't follow hockey. Under the beautiful stars and the full moon, they have their first kiss, was somehow ended up being a chin licking. She ended the date to run home and scrub her face senseless, obviously. When Gwen returns home, she calls out her busybody neighbor Brenda, who has a return package from her ex-boyfriend. The next day, Gwen goes to a painting class with her mom, who convinced her to try professional matchmaking. All right, she's back. What do we have to drink? Coffee as well.
As you
Iced
know,
coffee on a cold day. Iced coffee on a cold day. Mm-mm.
I love it all day, every day.
So first of all, have you ever gone on a date to a place that you didn't particularly like and you just tried to act like you were into it? Because I don't know if I would go through the trouble of looking up hockey facts
I
to make
think,
sure I
okay,
bonded
so
with this guy.
if we're gonna be honest, I have not gone on many dates. Um, I guess the circles I run in, I don't really date. So, but there are some circumstances I could see myself trying something new. But I'm positive I'm not a hockey person.
Yeah.
So I would probably say no
Hmm.
to hockey. But I can see some other stuff that I don't like baseball, but I would go to a baseball game.
I've gone to two baseball games and never watched the actual game. Me and my friend just kind of walked around, perused some stores, ate some pretty good food. And then
Right.
she was like, "All right, you ready to go?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm good.
Yeah.
I had a hot dog, I had a margarita. What more do I need?"
You can talk through a baseball game. It's pretty, to me, it's
You
slow.
can.
Hey, it's really exciting. And I'm like, where? I don't
Um,
know.
I
But
think the most exciting thing we saw was a baseball bat breaking. I was like,
I
that was
only
cool.
like hockey when they fight.
I think that's why everybody goes to hockey games. Just like NASCAR. We only go to those NASCAR games to watch someone crash. Don't judge. Y'all know it's true. Y'all cannot possibly enjoy
I do
somebody going
not
in a
watch
circle
NASCAR
over and
at
over again.
all. I don't do
Okay.
NASCAR at all.
All right. What do we think of Gwen?
I like Gwen.
I like Gwen. So far, I'm okay with the main character. Sometimes I'm not, sometimes I am, but I'm okay with her.
I
We could be
haven't decided
friends.
if we would be friends, but I like Gwen. She's
We're both teachers, so we totally could be friends.
okay. Right.
Would you keep your cool after getting your face licked?
No.
You would have just lost it right there.
I've been like, what was that? I mean, I gotta go. And that would have been it. Like,
Just not even.
if he can't find these lips,
It's up down there, like from this has got to be at least what 2 inches, and you couldn't have thought that that was you couldn't have thought that that was my mouth.
I mean, I can't speak for the married folk in the room, but us single girls have kissed a lot of frogs. So we've had a bad kiss here or there. I've had, yeah, some off the mark things happen. It just, I mean,
I
it's
will
not
say
common.
pre marriage, I've never had a kiss that bad. I've had some awkward kisses where I'm like, this doesn't feel right, but I've never had a kiss that bad. I've never had one that bad. Like I've had awkward ones where like they came in for a kiss and I was like, I'm like, okay. Like the cute little 5-year-old kiss. But
Yeah.
Not one where it was like, did I just kiss my dog? That's what I felt like. If you're licking my face,
Yeah. Yeah.
who taught you how to kiss?
Mm,
All right, then we segue to chapter 2 where we meet Anthony Woods. Love that name, by the way.
I do too.
I know, just sound it sounds sexy. It sounds sexy in a way.
I mean, okay, we could just go ahead and do a little bit of a spoiler. We like Anthony. Obviously, if we're commenting on the guy's name, we're like, oh, I like his name. We got a little crush on Anthony. Off top.
Realistic. Yes, yes.
Off top.
Okay, so Anthony Woods, who has just discovered the heating has gone out at his apartment complex and he must live somewhere else until the heating is fixed. I'm going to stop right here for a second because
I
what
don't
made
know.
me like Anthony, what made me like Anthony was that the crowd was going crazy. He whistled and got everybody's attention. I was like, that's what I'm talking about. It's gonna that my little tidbit right there. That got me. Leader quality right there.
Leader quality.
All right. We also learned that Anthony owns his own boxing gym and was a former boxer himself. Great. If I get into a fight with someone, he can defend me.
Indeed.
Anthony asks his best friend and business partner, Duncan, if he could crash at his place for the time being. The chapter then goes into what Gwen does for a living, which she's a middle school English teacher. We get to meet her work bestie, Raven. Love Raven too.
Now, I do like Raven. Me and Raven could be
Yeah,
friends.
I could totally see that. I was like, oh, this is so Dre. This is so Dre. It's not even funny. Who helps her take better profile pictures for her matching service? I love. Means you poke your lips out and then kind of do this. I hate the duck
As,
lips
as I'm
pose. I
like,
do. Yes, I hate the pose. I hate. I'm sorry, Ilana. Ilana does that. I'm not. She looks very cute in her photos. Ilana's my baby sister. She looks very cute in her photos. I loved all her photos, but I just never understood that one. I think we're having a coughing fit. All right. Gwen's brother Duncan comes to her job for career day and nonchalantly asks if Anthony could stay at her place, and she agrees.
okay, first of all, you skipped some of the juicy part. Can we point out the fact that it is it is Gwen's mother who tells her, baby, it's time to look at a matching service.
This one.
Oh, okay.
You're getting your coffee. So yes, I did bring that up.
Well, she's
And
taking the photo for the thing. Oh, never mind. Excuse me, I'm sorry.
but yes, yes, it was Gwen's mom that brought that up. And honestly, I actually had to look up myself if matchmaking because I've heard of online dating, but I actually Googled matchmaking services. There's like 10 of them in Dallas. Yes, there you go. One of them called Millionaire Matchmaker. Just throwing that out there. Millionaire Matchmaker. I don't think it's actually for millionaires. I think they mean to have millionaire service. Got to read the fine print on that one. I don't know, but I mean, you never know. You never know. You can have your fairy book storytell ending. Maybe that guy you like is on there. I
Maybe.
can't think of his.
Cory Booker,
There you
Senator.
go. Maybe Tori Booker's on there.
Senator Cory Booker, put some respect on his name.
Okay, we already said what we think of Anthony. We like Anthony. We like Anthony a lot.
I like Anthony a lot.
Do you think Raven is going to be a prominent side character, or was this like her piece in the beginning and we're never going to see her
But
again?
we
Or
always have to we always have to have the best friend
and
that
see
is
that's
there
something,
to
and I was
bounce
like, is
things
she going
off
to be
when he
the
falls apart, to talk her back up on the horse, or
yes? I
go
think
get
that's
that.
going to be her job. I think that's definitely going to be her job. That's what I'm hoping for. All right. In chapter 3, Anthony finds out he's going to be living with Gwen, who he's had a crush on but never pursued because one, she showed no interest. Two, she's always been in a relationship. And three, was his best friend's sister. I love that that was the last reason.
You
The
had
best
this.
friend sister, I feel like that should have been the first reason. So it was the last reason. So basically, if she had shown interest and wasn't in a relationship, that last thing would have mattered.
Exactly. I
I
don't
would have
think it
gotten that.
matter.
It does. I feel like it does. I, and and it's just because I have an older brother. I could never date one of Manny's friends. That would be too weird.
I mean, I have lots of comments, but never mind. I
Like,
just assume that you are who you hang with, and you y'all are not the same type of people. But
Mm,
if he was a professional man who had professional friends that were high ranking people, you might have a different view of that. You might be like, what's up with Fred?
and see, I feel like with guys, they have no qualms about it. Like I do believe that guys are okay with dating their sister's friends, but I feel like it doesn't go the other direction.
I think okay, I think you are thinking about growing up with Emmanuel, thinking about the young teenage boys that he hung with. You're now in your 30s,
Hmm.
and if it doesn't work out, you date one of his friends and it doesn't work out, why would that have some effect on their relationship? Because everybody's mature, you realize you date people and it doesn't work. And why does that have any bearing or effect on their relationship?
Because he will forever have to look at the guy who boned his sister.
That's an assumption that y'all are going to be doing all that. We said dating,
You say that like dating don't lead to that.
and not always. She just went on a date number two with a guy that licked her face and it was a no bone situation. So not always.
This is true. This is in the situation that it was a we tried it, we hated it, we're moving on.
Right.
Okay, I can see that. I can see that. Then it'd be fine. But on the off chance that it works out and then doesn't work out like a year or two later,
Do you think, okay, do you think brothers care about that? Like,
no, he would.
aren't they nice to your partner when you're with your partner anyway and they know that y'all are living together so y'all are having this physical relationship?
He wasn't nice to all my partners. He was not nice to all my partners. I will say that. He's nice to current partners. Said current partner. So, hmm. Anyways, I know we went off for a second.
A whole tangent. Sorry, guys. I
He
want my point
agreed to.
right, and I feel like date everybody. Date everybody till you find the right one.
What?
Cinderella, try every
Agreed to
shoe.
stay because Duncan's place is being remodeled and the paint fumes are terrible. Dude, his first night there sounded terrible. Okay, he was on an air mattress. The air mattress popped somewhere in the middle of the night. Then he's on the floor. There's sawdust everywhere. There's paint fumes everywhere. Yeah. Anthony came to Gwen's apartment that night and brought food. Gwen tried her best to have small talk with him, but he was not having it. And then he fixed her smoke detector. Now, I'm going to throw out a stereotype here. Is this seriously just a black thing? I
Think yes. I think at some point we all just have to acknowledge our strengths and weaknesses, and we can overcome this just by buying 9-volt batteries. First of all, they're expensive, and no one's going to keep them around in the event that the smoke detector goes off.
I cannot reach my smoke detector, okay? I would need a ladder. Time for
But see,
that.
now they have it where you're not supposed to replace the batteries. You're supposed to replace the smoke detector itself. Most of
See,
them, it's the battery isn't replaceable for this exact reason. Um, to make people go out and they get tired of the beeping, they have to make sure that the smoke detector works. They're good for like 5 years or something crazy like that. But yes, yes, I think it's a black thing. I think it's a black
I
thing.
remember I listened to mine for the whole time
Ever.
I ever.
Entire lease. You'll
And, and you can't even hear it anymore. It's just white noise.
Yep. Okay, wait, but before we
So
go,
I don't think.
okay, so my understanding is Gwen is older than Duncan,
Yeah, I thought Duncan was older than her, but it
but
seems
she
like
makes a
she's the big.
comment when he asked her if Anthony could stay, she makes the comment of that's what older siblings do.
Yeah,
She's gonna say yes, so okay. Gwen is older. I wonder how old Anthony is. Not that I mean people date younger all the time. Um,
I
but
don't think it's a large gap. I think it's like a 2, maybe 3 year difference.
maybe.
That's my thought.
And then my question is, as a sister, you're single, you live alone in your one bedroom apartment. You wouldn't date him, but you would let him live in your house?
See, I don't think she, because you said she never showed interest. But
No,
if
I'm
you
saying
treat her,
you. I'm saying you.
oh,
So in this case, you wouldn't because y'all are alone at night. That's your brother's friend. Guys get
Yes.
all kinds of ideas and try.
Yes.
Peter told Paul, try them all. So
And
listen,
see, do you think Thungan knew what he was doing when he suggested this? And that was my thought. I was like, why would you
I
even
don't think so.
suggest that? You think he was that oblivious?
I think, as we know in the upcoming chapter, I think that um, Anthony never told anybody that he was attracted to the sister. Now Duncan can look at his sister and say, "Yeah, yeah, well, she I he
Yeah.
knows she's not ugly." So, I'm assuming
But I
that
mean, put a guy and a girl in a house together. Like, what do you think is gonna happen?
but I don't know how long they've been friends. Did they grow up together? Like, and
That's
does
what it
that mean like
seems like.
teenage or like kids? Because that also he may look at him like a brother, and so he assumes that you look at my sister like a
Like, it's just,
sister. And so
yeah,
I would think there's no issue.
right.
And
Okay, okay. So
and
could
if
you live with your brother's best friend for a couple of weeks and think you'll be okay?
the age I am now, no,
Hmm.
no,
So in your 30s, could
no,
you?
no. But if I was younger, I mean, I probably would have thought it was okay. And I mean, I have a bunch of guy friends, and I have probably one guy friend in particular that could come call me and be like, "I need a place. You got it." Like, no questions.
Hmm.
But that's only one.
Okay. I I don't see any of my brother's friends that way, so I don't think I would mind if they crash. I see all my brother's friends as essentially other older brothers, so nah, it wouldn't bother me. It wouldn't bother me any. But he did make it a point to never ever be there. So yeah. There you go. Chapter 4, Anthony has made it his life's mission to avoid Gwen at all costs by getting up at dawn and coming home at 11. He and Duncan are working on a PR firm to help build up their clientele for their gym, while Gwen interviewed for her perfect match. Gwen started going on dates and coming home late, which now Anthony can't sleep until she's home. Both of them forgetting that neither of them work on the weekends. Gwen masturbated loudly while Anthony was in the house and punched him in the face when she came out of the bathroom and saw him because he's never there. After he left, then she remembered, hey, my walls are thin. So when I read this particular chapter, my thought was, okay, Anthony, you did clearly hear her. Why didn't you run out the house? I feel like you intentionally sat there and listened.
Of course he did. Of course.
Like, shame. You deserve to get punched in the face.
And maybe he was trying to run out and she was quick. I don't know.
Who's that quick? That's a whole nother conversation.
I'm not going there. We'll have that conversation offline. We'll just
Dirty talk.
zoom past that.
Dirty talk conversation. See, this is our sign to have a dirty talk segment.
We
We're gonna
do.
have to have that dirty talk segment, guys. I feel like that one's gonna get more views than anything else. Bunch of dirty minds in here. Would you try a matchmaking service? That question's for you.
I have self-esteem issues. In theory, yes.
Okay.
If there was a plus size matchmaking service,
Hmm.
I might try. I just worry with any type of um whether you're short or if you go for a specific type of service, there are always these nasty little freaky people that have compulsive issues when it comes to that. Like, I'm obsessed with the big girl because of X,
Okay, okay.
and they really don't
Yes.
have good intentions. I want the short girl because of X, and they really
Yeah.
don't. That's what I fear about matchmaking services.
Okay, okay. I can see that. I can definitely see that. Um, I would say compared to online dating, I would think a matchmaking
Okay.
service would be safer.
Yes.
So I don't know why more people don't do. I don't know if it's more expensive. It probably is. It's probably very much more expensive. But I bet
Online
it's a whole
dating is
lot
free.
better. Well, at least you'll know that person has money,
True.
financially secure.
But you also have to have the money.
This is also true. So y'all are both financially secure. It's even better. All right. How did you feel about Anthony and Gwen's first real exchange? I feel like this was the first real exchange they had. I do not count that first exchange where she was like, "How was work?" And he's just good. And that was the end of it. So I think this is the first full on, at least a couple sentence conversations they had.
Of course, it made me like Anthony more because I like Anthony. He didn't make it, he tried to make it as least awkward as possible. He ignored the fact that she was disheveled, her shirt was all kind of thing. Her
Yeah.
little
It
boobies
was
were
about to
floppy,
pop out.
floppy because she
Yes.
wasn't wearing a bra. She had on this thin little pajamas. Like he tried to just be like, everything's cool, just let me get up out of here. And
So props to that. Like he did not, because I was waiting for the flirty. So what were you doing in there type of
right,
comment, but
right.
no, he just give me the ice pack that hurt. Deuces.
Yeah, yeah.
Not gonna say anything. Why should I say? I have nothing to say. I heard nothing.
Yep.
So I was like, well, that did not turn out like I thought it would in my head.
Mm.
Chapter 5, probably one of my favorite chapters because of Old Man Enoch, who he considers a father, and they're doing a stakeout in order to catch a neighbor who's supposedly cheating in the Great Pumpkin competition by filling his pumpkin with water. Which honestly, think about it's a brilliant idea. Like
Brilliant.
take a needle or something and make a hole small enough, fill that thing with water. Oh, you would definitely win. Gwen is going on a million dates trying to find the one. She finds a prospect that she is interested in and decides to have a second date with him at her place, but sends the message to Anthony instead. Anthony, knowing this mistake, messaged her back, but because he never got a response, he still goes to her house at 7 to find it up in smokes. And her just nonchalantly fanning the oven. And it's just I
And that's
really
when
wanted I
Rob's,
wanted to know what happened. I wanted to know what happened.
yes,
So
the
with
chapter
that,
just cuts.
why is the house on fire? Why is the house
I
on
can
fire?
tell you why. I'm gonna tell y'all this.
Okay, go ahead.
I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna tell you why. Because as we know, when Anthony walks in this house, he sees all these empty cartons of food that she bought, and she trying to put it in a pot pan and pretend that she cooked it so she can try to pawn herself off as Duncan Hines in front of this date that she had coming. Liars, 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 and you gonna set your house on fire. That's it.
There is nothing wrong. Okay, what you don't know don't hurt you. You know how many times I've bought food and put it on a nice plate. It was like, it's gorgeous. Okay, you should see
Okay.
my Thanksgiving spread. It's
But did you
beautiful.
cut the oven on and stick it in there and mess up a whole bunch of pots and pans? Why? So then you got to turn around and wash the dishes. The one thing I
Uh,
hate about cooking is washing those dadgum dishes. I
this
love
is my
cooking. I love
I,
cooking. I love cooking. I love cooking. I hate washing dishes.
I like baking, but I never liked cooking.
I like cooking and baking. And either
I'm a
way,
sweet
I hate washing those dishes.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. All right, prediction for chapter 6.
Okay,
Go
so let
ahead.
me ask you, why do you think, because I missed that, why do you think that this was second date for said person? Because Anthony said it or because she said it?
She said it.
Oh.
Yeah. In chapter 5, she did say that
When she was talking to her
she's
friend and she said, I'm gonna
yeah.
text make sure. Okay.
Yeah, she said this is the second day and I want to have it at my place. She's like, "Are you sure that's a good idea?" And her friend was concerned about
Okay.
that. And I
Because that
agree.
was
I
my other
agree.
question is why would you do that when you have somebody living with you?
And that's what she brought up. And she's like, "Well, he never comes home till 11." I was like, "This is
But
true, but you just never know." You just never know, and then that's just gonna. Even he
And
said,
what
"I'm
if
gonna
your
go in
date
there."
goes really well? Because that's the other question. Okay, he doesn't come home till 11. You guys are going to meet at 7:30. What if the date goes really well and you don't want to kick him out at 10, at 10:30?
Mhm.
Do you say, "Well, let's go get some ice cream"? Is that what you guys pack up and leave your apartment?
Yeah. Yes. Yes. I didn't make dessert, so let's go get some ice cream.
And then do you tell your partner you've got a guy living with you? Like your date? Do you say, "By the way, you got to get out of here because I got this guy living with me"?
I wouldn't say it like that. I wouldn't say it like that. I would say a family friend is living with me. Saying this guy makes it sound like there's something going on between you and this guy.
Okay,
So I would say
well,
family friend,
okay, so
which is
family.
what he is. He's a family friend.
So then do you tell your date that said family friend is a guy? Because he's gonna know when he walks in the door.
No, wouldn't say it.
So then you wait for this guy to walk in, this 6 foot something guy that's a boxer, his nose been broke a couple times, look like he can take out everybody, and you wait for him to come through the door like, "What's happening?" And then they're
Well,
like,
if he scares that easily, then you shouldn't be with me.
and,
That's my thought. You gonna scare that easily? I don't want you. You
okay.
weak. I need another one.
I didn't like this. I did not like this on Gwen's behalf. I did not think this was good. I do not like this.
Now I will say I didn't like that either. Like a second date, I don't know you well enough for you to know where I live.
That part. That too, but more because it sounds
And
messy. It's messy.
yeah, so no, 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 no. We can meet somewhere else. Not at your place either.
No,
In a public space.
right? Why? Because you're remember your last second date was a hockey game. So why is
Yeah.
this second date in your home?
I mean, y'all must have really hit it off from that first date. I don't know, but
Then you
that's
need
a
to be in a
hard pass for
hotel,
me.
ma'am.
That's a hard pass. Or I mean, she did say when's the last time she masturbated. Maybe she's just on fire. She she's she's feeling some tension. She needs more than that. Okay. So she thought, why not just have it in my house, make it easy. Bedroom is right there.
I don't know.
Prediction for chapter 6. I think once they put out whatever burning, they're going to share the dates. That is
So
my
you think
prediction.
the guy's not going to show up?
I don't think she ever texted the guy
But
because
she
I
was
feel
texting him to confirm it
yes,
was
but she
still
sent the text to
happening.
Anthony.
Right. But they had already agreed. Said guy already agreed to date. She was texting said guy to confirm everything was good.
So I think
So,
she's going to text him and cancel because the house is on fire.
okay.
That's my thought. I think she's going to text him and be like, "Hey," or I want to say she's going to text him and be like, "Hey, can you meet me here instead?" But a part of me thinks that they're going to end up sharing this burnt meal together.
I think so. Yeah, I
I don't know
definitely
how it's going to happen, but that's my thought.
I think our guy's not gonna show up because he didn't get a confirmation text from her, maybe, and then
Yes.
she's gonna start to look at him a little different.
Yes. Yes. On that note, I did read something where if you made a date but don't get a confirmation, do you still go to that date?
No, I think no. I think there's
Because that was a huge debate online recently. I was like, what? No.
I mean, I think it depends it
See?
depends it depends, but I think generally the answer is no, because I think everybody is particularly pressed about how I spend my time. So
Mhm.
if I know that you and we make plans all the time. And so then you could say in 2 weeks we're gonna do X. Um, in a week from now or a week and a half from now, before that weekend comes, one of us is going to text us and say, "Are we still on for Saturday? Are we still gonna do
Right.
X?" Just because I have kiddos.
Yes.
Illnesses are running rampant. You deal with kiddos all day long and all their
Yes.
nastiness and stuff. So anything could happen.
This is
So
true.
and depending on where we are, something we could just forget. Like I've got so much going on. Oh, I forgot, Erica. Yeah, I can't make it.
I can see that. I can see that. And I would have to agree. If you don't send a confirmation saying, like, if you ask me on a date, if you're the one who asked me, I'm not sending the confirmation to you. You send the confirmation to me.
Really? Like this
Yep.
is that the hill we're gonna die on? Like I don't know.
That is the hill I will die on. That is the
So
hill
then
I will
if
die on.
you don't get the confirmation, you're not going.
No.
Okay.
I don't know if it, I mean, for me, and this is just a random thing for me, it would depend on the place. If you're like, I made reservations here and you don't send a confirmation, I might go and just take the reservation if I'm just curious about the food. I don't mind eating alone. And I will
Yeah,
get
I
my
don't
food, eat and go.
I think it is odd not to send. It doesn't have to even be 2 days ahead of time. It could be the day of, hey, are we still on
Yeah.
for 5 o'clock? Like it doesn't have to be this big thing. But before
No.
I get up, get dressed, do my
A
hair,
courtesy text. There you go. A
my
courtesy
lashes
text.
on, and do all that, are we going?
Yes. Send me a courtesy text. Okay. Let me know. Honorable mentions. That first kiss. Ah,
That picture is hilarious because it wasn't nothing like
I
that.
know. And I think that's what she pictured. Everything lined up, the moon and the stars just so perfect. And then you licked my chin.
Gave you the science behind the first kiss. Eye contact, quick look down to the lips, back at the eye
Yes.
contact, and slowly move it.
Like the whole thing. She had it
She gave
planned.
it.
You planned the kiss. Yes.
She wanted to kiss this man. Well, that's why you got to be very particular about who you put your mouth on.
But see, everybody wants that Cinderella kiss. Everybody wants that kiss. Nobody probably has ever done it, but everybody wants that kiss that makes you want to kick your heel up. I don't think any girl would actually kick their heel up, but you want that kiss that makes you want to do that.
I had one once.
Did you actually kick your heel up?
No,
But you wanted to.
I wanted to.
See, that's what I need to know about. We need to know about that kiss. When was the last time I masturbated?
What is that even? Is that a thing?
That's the thing.
I've never seen anything like that.
I have.
Okay.
Yeah. Do you wake up in the morning and just have this thought? Like I feel like that's an odd thought for first thing in the morning. Like for me, I may have that thought midday or at night, but I've never just woke up and just thought to myself, what was the last time I
Yeah.
masturbated?
Yeah, I've had it. It happens.
And you said
But
it's
it
just from a
was
dream.
triggered by her dream. It was triggered by her dream. So
Okay, I
the
guess that's
multiple,
fair.
the multiple dates, the multiple, and she's like, okay, but when's the last time I actually got some
Took care of
enjoyment out of this
myself.
thing?
That's fair. This is what I picture in my head.
Yes. I
This
like
is
it.
exactly what I picture.
Yeah.
It's like I want to know more about him because I need to know how that relationship started. He just sounds like so much fun.
Well, he said it was his neighbor when he was growing up.
Yes, his childhood neighbor who became
Yeah.
kind of like a father figure.
Yeah, I
I
like
was like,
that. Good picture.
you seriously took this man to the store to buy binoculars.
Wait, and then they're driving and he says, so how long do we have here? He's like, we got all night. We can stay. And he's like, I got an
You
hour and
got
a
an
half.
hour, and he's just that works too.
But, okay, that's fine.
And then when they get caught, let's go get some teriyaki burgers. Sounds good. Relationship y'all have.
I love it. I love anybody that supports everybody's dreams. That's why Anthony is the number one guy.
And then you
Tony.
brought M&M's to the stakeout,
And he's like, okay, give me some.
right?
I
So
like
I'm not
it.
gonna turn down M&M's. I'm not gonna turn down M&M's. So like you going along with this crazy man as y'all sit in this dude's house, staring at his backyard binoculars.
I was when they were driving, I was like, but he's saying multiple people. Are they gonna like tag team? Somebody is there right now, and he's like, I got the next thing. So the guy's
It's
been
gonna
just
sound like
watching these random people coming to his house.
who started this rumor? Who started this rumor? So I hope we see more of Old Man and I.
I think I think he's gonna be the person Anthony has to talk to because he can't talk to Duncan.
Yes, I agree. I agree. Okay, so we just finished chapter 1 through 5. We're about to get offline and go read chapter 6 through 10 because I have to know what happens. I have to know. I gotta know this. And we'll come back next week and see if there's any progress in this odd relationship that we're having. All right, guys, make sure to like, share, and subscribe. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram. Honestly, I still don't know how the Facebook one happened. I don't
It's
know
a
if I
good
accidentally.
question.
I,
Sometimes the Lord just moves mountains. So
I guess so because I did
follow
not
us,
set up the.
subscribe, talk about us. We like that. I
Yes,
particularly
yes,
do.
of course you do.
Give me the Cory Booker. That's all I'm trying to do. Senator, call me.
Yes, share
I'm
with
in.
Cory Booker. Okay, let me look at her. Look at her. Look at that smile. She could totally say it. She has that politician smile. Everybody would trust you with her next to you. Everybody would trust you, but you'd
Indeed.
have to move down here. You're not taking her away.
I'll travel.
Fair enough.
Senator.
We'll be zooming with Drea in Chicago.
New Jersey.
Same thing. New Jersey. New Jersey, guys. My bad. All right. Like, share, subscribe, follow on Facebook and Instagram. We will see you guys next time when we see if she burned the house down or not. Bye.